Alice. Who the fuck is Alice?
Navy blue rhymes with poo, scrape it off my bot and wipe it on you.
Oh look, it's Chris. He is streaming early. Maybe. Let's see if he shows up at the end of the countdown.
Hey everybody, hello, how are we all? Happy Friday, it's Friday! How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Are we all okay? Sophie Soph, hello. We've got a Captain Mannerings who is travelling. He's a traveller. He's on the travel pot. Allergies or a small cold? What, do I sound like I've got a cold? No! Allergies, I guess? I haven't got a cold. I don't think I have, anyway. How is everybody? Are we all okay? Happy Friday. Are we having fun? I've got some models all packaged up, ready to go. That really needs to go down. So I can move that to there, so I can get to the blue paint. Yeah, how is everybody? Glad it's Friday. Yay! Excellent, Sophie Soph. Excellent. There we go. So we're gonna do blue vampires today. Although very quickly. I painted the skeleton of the Astre Noir last night.
Woot. We have a Christopher. But, where the fuck is the fucking music?
So I painted the skeleton of the Astre Noir last night, and then also started painting, priming the panels for it as well, just to kind of play around and see what it's all like. Like I painted it all in one go, so, and it's not lacquer paint either, so it'll probably wear off. But hey, it's fine. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's just me practicing and having a look and seeing how things fit together and how they work and stuff. So yeah, that was quite cool. So I've done a bit of that, and then primed. I just put some primer on two of the panels just to see how they kind of went. So that's those. For a man who likes blue, he sure don't like ultramarines. Avian, that's a huge bird. Wow. So yeah, we're going to paint. We're not going to paint this one. We're going to paint her, and we're going to do a blue. At least I think we're going to go. I think we're going to do blue. Do we want to do blue or do we want to stick with the red? I do quite like the red, but the red, everybody's going to paint the red. His new version is very cool. I do like his new version. I'll have to pick that one up as well. This one's slightly converted, as you can see, because he's got a sword in his hand. Yeah, new version is awesome. Yeah, I don't know whether to. Shall we? I mean, the blue is going to look kind of like. The blue's going to look kind of like her. So do we go blue or do we keep the? Do we keep the red, or can we do something funky and do something slightly half in between? Maybe we can do something funky and go slightly half in between. I'm just thinking about Vordry and stuff. Did you see the Rumour of the Dark Eldar? What, today's Rumour of the Dark Eldar, or where are we? Or
Oi. Music Christopher.
or that Rumour of the Dark Eldar? Haven't heard of it. Yeah, Lady Malice, the sprue for Lady Malice got dropped. Music. That was on Tuesday? I think it was on Tuesday. Tuesday, Monday, something like that. Anyway, yeah, we're getting Lady Malice, which is awesome. Looks like a good model. That's Lady Malice there. It's a witch elf. So this is an old Juan Diaz witch elf. So I've got all the witch elves. I've got all the Juan Diaz witch elves, which are categorically the best witch elves. However, I have two of that one. And back when I was working at Games Workshop, I got one of these. And put a whip in this hand, and she just looks really, really cool with a whip. So because I found these, because I'm going to try and get these cast up in, I'm going to make a mold or two, and just they're really, really tricky. So making a mold is going to be quite tricky with them, but I'll see, because I would quite like a witch elf. A witch elf unit in my. They are rather cool. A witch elf unit in my dark elves, and obviously I want the best witch elves, which are Juan Diaz's witch elves. So this is just a really cool one. So I'm going to put a whip on her hand. It's going to curl around her like that, similar to how it was before. And I've put the music on far too loud, haven't I? So yeah, that's the deal with little metal witch elf. This is older than Sophie. So I mean, there's a lot of things that are older than Sophie. That's probably older than Sophie. That's probably. Can you not scan them? I mean, you could do. I don't have a scanner though, and to scan these at a quality that you can then. I mean, that's also. I don't know, Dave. That like. Oh,
also,
today is
you
AC.
made a little mistake, Christopher. Today is AC day. It was yesterday. Smile, and the music sound level is way too low. We can't hear it anymore.
Oh, you can't hear it anymore. Oh no. Right. Okay. Let me put AC on. Yeah, scanning, like, you've got to have a £600 scanner to be able to scan models, so I'm not doing that. But I might try a mold or two. They're very tricky to cast. This one's not particularly tricky to cast. The other ones are, because the hair's all over the place. Getting good scans is hard with that. Yeah, you're looking at like a £600 scanner to scan those, so that's just like, it's not worth it. So Right, so that's my Astray Noir in bits. Now he's had his respray, which is quite cool. So that's that go. That's that dude. Get that guy out of the way. There we go. Melt down a few Necrons. Unfortunately, you can't melt down and reuse Games Workshop plastic because it's a two-part kind of resin plastic, and if you melt it down, it doesn't have the same properties. So you can't do that. Okay. Which is also why you can't recycle it. So all the recycling that they're doing is smashing them up for playgrounds and things. Right. Let's do... Right, what are we going to do then? The red does look really good, doesn't it? But everybody's vampires are red, right? Everybody's vampires are red. Everybody's vampires are red. So let's do blue. Let's do blue on this one and see what it looks like. Because I've already done... I've already done these in... Oh yeah, that's the... so these ones are my Eskurgan True Blades for my AOS army. Not that Eskurgan True Blades are probably even in the army at the moment either. They've probably been removed by Games Workshop, but hey. That's a joke, they are still in the army. There we go. But, in preparation for maybe a new Vordry or that cool vampire lord on the horse, then let's see if we can do a cool colour scheme. Right. Use old nuts and bolts and do metal ones. That defeats the point of... that defeats the point, because I've already got metal ones. That defeats the point. I don't like metal. I don't like painting metal. Metal models suck. Right. Did you get your cup of tea, Sophie Soph? Oh, breaking news, everybody. Breaking news in the Sophie News Network. Sophie is coming to movie night next week. Sophie is coming to movie night next week. The Sophie News Network. Breaking news in the Sophie News Network. Right, let's get that out of the way. And then this weekend, hopefully, maybe, I will finally convert my Yeld Spira after having the kit for 2 weeks.
SNN breaking news. Sophie Soph will be joining movie night next week to watch Abigail with us. Hype. Moo.
Yes! There we go. There we go. If that's not an excuse for everybody to come to movie night next week, I do not know what is. I do not know what is. I do not know what it is. Yeah, and a cookie. What? And a cookie? A cookie what? Cookie Monster? Is that 2? No, it's not 2. Right. Does anybody want to see my I'm in trouble moment from last night? 90% of you will understand. 10% of you will be like, yeah, well, I don't understand. Okay. And if I have a knife... See, that seems like... Because that's just hearsay. Like, you could say anything you like, Sophie Soph. How do we know you're being truthful? Okay, so this. The Lady Eskurgan Trueblade, of which I need some more Trueblades, Eskurgan and otherwise, for the unit. Yes, speaking of, so last night, everybody knows that I've been doing some research and looking into all the Gundam stuff and trying to find. Uh-oh.
I was present, and with sufficient bribing, I will have heard the same thing as Sophie Soph, just saying.
Oh. So you heard me promise to buy Sophie Soph a Wood Elf battalion. But, like, how do we know whether she has a nightmare or not? That's just like... That's just hearsay. That's her word against everybody else's. It depends on the bribe. Oh, what's the bribe? Maybe the bribe is a Wood Elf battalion. So, yes. Been looking at all the Gundam stuff.
If your bribe is better, Christopher, I might side with you.
I'll paint your Emperor's Children for you. Notice the use of might was there, and getting Wood Elves free too. Free Wood Elves. Free Wood Elves. Unbelievable. Entitlement. I want to go purple. I want to do purple. So I want to do a purple undertone, which can be Nagaroth Knight, and then up through the blues. I think that is the way we do this. You'd rather get Cathay? Oh, God. Okay, so there's that. So, yeah, anyway, sorry. Been looking and trying to find which grade, which scale, which model for the Gundam Builders World Cup to do, and I'd pretty much decided upon a real grade Sazabi and a real grade NU. NU. I don't know what it means or what it is. So I was going to grab those two, and then I was just planning what tools and everything, because I need some scribers to add some detail to it, because I kind of realised that the difference between me liking a Gundam and not liking a Gundam is the sense of scale and the detail that is shown on the model, and thusly a scriber is going to be really, really important, because then I can add detail to it. It means nude in French, doesn't it? So I'm going to get a new Gundam. And in my investigating,
start wearing purple,
we are going to paint purple today. We are going to paint purple today. How are you doing, Squeezelman? Squeezelman! In my investigating, I came across fucking really cool kit, which I'm going to have to get, because back when I was 10, 9 or 10, a model came out. A model came out back when I was 10. which I wanted at Christmas. Squeezle! What a ledge. What a ledge. Which I wanted for Christmas, and my mum and dad literally, or so they told me, went everywhere to try and get it. And sadly, everywhere had sold out because it was the toy, apparently. It was the toy of the year that everybody wanted. And that was Optimus Prime. Now, we can talk about this now because Sophie Soph actually knows who Optimus Prime is. But there is a very, 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 very cool Optimus Prime Gundam. Or Gunpla, sorry. Gunpla. Optimus Prime Gunpla. Which I'm going to have to get now. And this is a really good one. The detail and the quality on this one is nuts. So that's going to have to be my little birthday present to myself, I think, this year. Because that's stunning. So yeah, there's the little story all about how my life got turned upside down. All because of Optimus Prime when I was 9. And everybody's on the lurk. Purple's on the lurk, Sophie's on the lurk. Oh, do vampires just not work in blue? I'm sure they do. I did try last night doing metallic blue, but I couldn't get the tone right. It doesn't look right, so it's a no to metallic blue. In fact, what we can do is if we get this purple, we can put it all over her armour and stuff so that she's got a bit of under colour going on. So I'll be busy. You're on the busy bod. Sophie Soph's on the massive pile of paperwork. But it's a good job, Soph. You can just work through it at your own pace by the sound of it. And also hang out in a Twitch channel, so pretty good. And it's Friday at 3 o'clock. So you just have to chill and relax for another 2 hours, then you get to go home. She's going to have red hair because she's got blue blue armor. Oh yeah, beach bone. New wood elf tree man. Probably not. Do you like him? What do you think? What do you think, Hendy? What do you think of him? I mean, he's all right for a tree man, I suppose. He's all right for a tree man. Are you ready for Salute tomorrow, Henster? It's a cool model. Will look good on yes, it'll look good on Middle-earth strategy battle game. Mainly because it'll be in an army of Ents and tree men and stuff. Have you packed anything to take to Salute? Are you taking like lunch or anything? Or any 3D prints for 3D print drop for anybody? Lurk again? Do do do. What was that? What was I asking? Are you ready for Salute? Have you got any? Are you packing anything? Like, are you taking lunch, or have you got any 3D prints that you're gonna take anybody, or anything like that? Print the doors. Or is that the stuff to mount the event mini on? Is that right? Yeah, sweet. I don't have anything I want to print right now. Cool. Oh yeah. Tomb King Tristan.
If you see a lovely field with a family having a picnic, and there's a nice pond in it,
How you doing,
fill in the pond
Goliath?
with concrete, you plow the family into the field, you blow up the tree, and use the leaves to make a dress for your wife who's also your brother.
Mercedes? What's the Mercedes link? Oh, I need to go and have a look at the Mercedes link. What's the Mercedes link, dude? How are you, Goliath? Everything good? You win? What do you win? Oh, is this Mercedes saying that they don't want V10s? $2030. God damn it. God damn it. Electric cars aren't the way forward. Congrats. 5 more years of electric. Not with that attitude. How are you, Tristan? How's your blue armour? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Question is, can blue armor work? Or am I chasing a futile little experiment? You think it's looking a dash purple? That'll be because it's got purple undertones on it. Be right back, no worries. You can't get anything past Tristan, can you? He knows, he's on it. F1 cars are electric. I thought they were diesel. Diesel Formula 1 cars. There is, or was, a diesel section in Le Mans. The Le Mans 24 Hours. So we know, Sophie, you love Formula 1 so much. We know that you're going to be watching the Formula 1 this weekend, right? Because we know you watch all the sport all the time. Non-metallic blue. Well, no, not particularly non-metallic. Just like shiny. Just shiny blue armour that's got undertones of purple and some sort of interest to it. We're back. Welcome back. So yeah, the purple undertones that you see is because I use Nagaroth Night as the bass tone. So we're trying to be nice and quick. See if we can get something interesting going on. See if we can get something interesting going on. I think it has the potential to look okay, doesn't it? got the potential to look okay. So the question is, when we do the cloth, how does that look in the same tone? Are you doing your Doom Diver tonight, Tristan? Is that on your painting table tonight? Prime with ghouls and give them a dash of paint. A dash of paint. I primed that guy. Primed that guy last night. Threw some interesting washes on him, and then painted his head. So he's quite funky. That's a fro slap. That's a proper fro slap. I think Hendy would actually be quite impressed by that. Hopefully, because I actually don't think it's all that bad. Wonder if they are shouting power when they go around the corners. I mean, you could, Sophie, but you'd be very bored. What colour scheme have you got in mind for them, Tristan? When's free practice? When's free practice 2? It's around now, isn't it? Better put it on. Well, it's F2 qualifying at the moment. You'd pay to see that? What, you'd pay to see Sophie sat next to me asking me Formula 1 questions? Should do a stream. Should do a stream of just that. Seeing how many annoying Formula 1 questions Sophie can come up with during the duration of a race. How you doing, Tobes? Why would you be wearing headphones? I wouldn't wear headphones. Also lurking till 5. No, 49 minutes. Okay. Good, Tar. Good, good. Tobes, Hendy's all ready for salute. He's all packed and ready to go. And we are also throwing some paint at this lady. She's going to have red hair, isn't she? Because the last one had red armour and blue hair. So this one's going to have red hair, isn't she? So we'll have to do some red hair. Galvor back, there it is. I jumped very quickly to giving her red hair, but maybe she should have actually blue hair. Maybe she should have a blue rinse. Be right back. No worries, Tristan. So this is... Well, what I'm doing here is I'm trying a different colour scheme. For those of you who are in chat and don't know what's happening. I'm trying a different colour scheme for my vampires. Mainly because everybody paints their vampires red. So I just wanted to see if I could flip the colour scheme and do cool shiny blue armour rather than cool shiny red armour and make it work. So far it's not bad. But in preparation for Vordry and that new Vampire Lord, I thought I would just try and see what this looks like. It's not looking too bad. Shirato!
3 years in a row of subbing to an ultramarine fanatic. Why do I subject myself to this?
Because I'm awesome, Shirato. Because I'm amazing. How are you, dude? How are you, dude? I didn't admit to being an Ultramarine fanatic at all, because that's lies. That's not true. That's not true. So yeah, how's everybody doing? What do we think? Are we going in the right direction? I think we need to paint her skin. I think we need to paint her skin. So let's see what happens when we paint her skin a little bit. Because she needs, basically we need some contrast going on. How's your Friday been? How is that not admitting it? Because I was merely referring to the 3 years subbing. I was being polite to my viewers, rather than ripping them down, saying, I'm not an Ultramarine fanatic. How dare you? Thought I'd be polite today for once. And just say thank you very much. Thank you very much for 3 years of subbing, which is pretty impressive. And very, very welcomed. Why is this brush so struggling so much? How's your day going, Shirato? Are you having a good Friday? Friday! Friday's a good day. We're getting my hand torn up doing electrics gutting, but looking forward to relaxing with you guys. Oh! Oh, Shirato. Shirato. I'm in trouble, dude. I'm in trouble. I was doing my research on the Gundam stuff, and planning my entry, and like trying to learn and be really objective about all the kits and everything. And you know, I said the other day that I was going to get a Sazabi and a Nu in real grade, because the real grade looks really good in that scale, and then you can customize and add to the scale even more, which really helps and works. So the Sazabi and the Nu are on my shopping list for building and customizing and stuff. And I gave the skeleton of the Noir that I've got a coat of silver, and then I've just been priming some of the panels just to see how that kind of sits, and whether I absolutely categorically need lacquer rather than acrylic. So I might have to use some Tamiya stuff rather than the acrylic stuff, which is fine. And then I stumbled upon a point in time from my childhood in Gunpla form, which is proving incredibly difficult to resist. So I may well have to treat myself for my birthday to Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. Your tracker at the top says MG. Yes, I need to change that. So, yeah, I need to add that to my must get thing. Yes, I need to update that tracker. Bumblebee movie version. Hey, if there's another kit that's a bit more classic, but still has all the details on it and everything, then shout. I just stumbled upon that one. I was like, that's amazing. End on my birthday, or just after my birthday. There we go. Bumblebee movie version. I know. But it looks like a really good kit, really detailed. Optimus Prime, which spoilers, I wanted when I was 9 for Christmas and didn't get it because it had sold out everywhere in Derby. So I thought I could try and get it for myself. But like I say, I am not the experienced Gunpla person. So if there's like a really good, I don't know, real grade insanity version of it, then by all means shout and show me. Recreate. Wait. Have I just accidentally stumbled into a classic battle? Did the Sazabi and Anu fight a lot? In which case, yes, quite possibly. Are they classic rivals or something? The main bad guy and the main good guy. Have I just, through pure fluke, lucked into wanting the main bad guy and the main good guy? So which one's the bad guy? I'm guessing Sazabi is the bad guy. And the Nu is the good guy. Am I right? Sazabi is a baddie, and Gundam is the hero mech of Gundam. Gundam is the hero mech of Gundam. Why is Sazabi the baddie? Characters flop positions on good guy versus bad guy so often. Okay. But Sazabi and Nu have fought a lot. Okay. Is it not more like the pilots? Char is a name. Oh my god, who's Char? Is Char the pilot of Sazabi or something? Char is the pilot of Sazabi. I'm nailing this! Yes! Yes! Okay, so why does Char... The red comet, that's amazing. Why does Char flip-flop a lot? Is it like wrestling? Don't unsubscribe for that comment. I did not. Very complex backstory. I did not just say that. Very complex backstory. Okay. So what's the pilot of the Nu? Or are there lots of pilots of the Nu? Is the Nu Shirato, is Nu still piloted by Mamoru? Or is it a later series? So Mamoru versus Char. Am I going to do Mamoru versus Char at Diorama? When? Okay, so next question. If I were to do that, which sounds like I fucking well am because that sounds amazing, what setting would it be? Do they fight in a desert? Do they fight in like ruins? Or do they just fight anywhere and everywhere? Is there a classic scene where they're fighting on the red planet or something? Char's Counterattack is the movie where they pilot those units. It's one of the greatest anime movies ever. Counterattack. Char's Counterattack. Hey, if that is going to be a really useful bit of homework for me for the GB World Cup, then I might watch that. Is it self-contained, or do I need to know some backstory before I watch it? Makes no sense without the... Oh, God. Damn it! Okay.
Hello, Chris. Thanks for answering my question about painting blue.
You're very welcome. Jesus, red shirt, that's incredibly kind. Thank you very much. And look what we're doing. We're painting blue armour at the moment. So we're painting blue armour at the moment. So we've got blue metal, painted blue metal, and then blue cloth. And we're trying, because I'm trying, in the preparation for the release at some point in the future, hopefully, the awesome new vampire models that are coming out. I thought, oh, let's see if we can shift the colour scheme, because I normally paint all my vampires red, because red just looks cool. And I think red still does look cool, doesn't it? It's still just the best, isn't it? Red is still just the best. Let me see if I can glaze this down and soften it a bit. I don't think... It's still... Red is still just the best, isn't it? And she does have a naked leg. But you're welcome, Red Shirt. I hope the video was helpful. Yeah, you're welcome. So if I Google Sazabi versus New, am I going to see some cool pictures? Was a lot like the colour you painted my Pro Elves. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, there's some cool... There's some cool ones. New Gundam versus Sazabi CCA. Is that Char's counterattack? Is that what that stands for? CCA? God, the size is really close. For saying Sazabi is a really big one, New's quite close. Look at that. Okay. What's the high? So? Is the high New the same kind of thing? Do you get Sazabi versus high New a lot as well? Although I do just like the new one's really cool because it's got that asymmetry about it. I really like the asymmetry about it. It's too shiny, isn't it? The blue just ends up being too shiny. Oh, long story short. Right, okay, here we go. Char's backstory. So Char is the pilot of Sazabi. Are pilots always linked to a particular frame, or do they swap between... I think they're called frames, is that right? Or suits. Do they swap between suits, or is a pilot always a particular one? Mobile suits. Is a pilot always attached to a particular suit? Right, the Principality of Zeon was formed when some space colonies rebelled against Earth, starting the 1-year war. Char's father was the leader, but when he died, the Zabi family, as in Sazabi, yeah, took over and began hunting him and his sister down. Wait, what? Char's father was the leader, but when he died, the Zabi family took over and began hunting him and his sister down. He takes on the identity of Char and joins Zeon as a soldier to enact his revenge, and in his time fighting with Zeon, becomes rivals with Amuro, who pilots the Gundam. So is Amuro part of the Zabi family that is hunting him down? Is the Zabi family on that side of the war? Rivals with Amuro. No, Amuro is on the other side, the Federation. Okay. So Char is on the other side to the Federation, but fell out with the Zabi family kind of thing. Amuro is Earth Federation. His father was one of the designers of the Gundam. Like what do we call it from Star Wars? Jay Erso. So Amuro is Earth Federation. So he's the one that becomes rivals with Char. And Char, the Principality of Zeon, was formed when some space colonies rebelled against Earth. And that rebellion is against the Earth Federation. Starting the 1 Year War.
It is the year 0079 of the Universal Century. A half-century has passed since Earth began moving its burgeoning population into gigantic, orbiting space colonies. A new home for mankind, where people are born and raised. And die. 9 months ago, the
It's the year 0079 of the Universal Century. A half-century has passed since the Earth began moving its burgeoning population into gigantic orbiting space colonies, a new home for mankind where people were born and raised and die. 9 months ago, the cluster of colonies furthest from Earth, called Side 3, proclaimed itself the Principality of Zeon and launched a war of independence against the Earth Federation. Okay. Initial fighting lasted over 1 month and saw both sides lose half. Thank you for the bits, Target. Amuro is our main character. Char is an antagonist who has a fleshed out backstory of betrayal, revenge, etc. Gotcha. So I have literally just lucked into the two main characters of the Gundam story, Sazabi and Nu. Okay. What would be the RX-782 and the Red Zaku? So they're the main two. I do like the Zaku. I like the helmet on the Zaku. But the Zaku, again, it just needs a lot of customizing. The real grade Zaku is okay. I quite like the real grade Zaku. The RX-782. The RX-782 is the classic white, blue, red and yellow, right? But Nu Gundam and Sazabi are their units in the movie Cars Counterattack. Okay. So is Red Zaku the bad guy in that one? So RX-782 is the good guy, and Red Zaku is... So RX-782 is Earth Federation, and Red Zaku is... Principality of Zeon? Too glossy. What's happening with the glossiness of it? Why is it going glossy? Mecha color matte. I'm gonna watch the Charles counterattack. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna watch it. Which happens after the first series. Wait, what happens after the first series? Char is an antagonist. Zeta, where Char is disguised as Quattro Begina, joins Earth Federation and is a good guy protagonist. Then fast forward past Double Zeta to the movie where he is an antagonist again. Okay. Okay. So, does he turn into a good guy protagonist because the story flips and starts being told on from his point of view kind of thing? Or does he just flip allegiances? The gold unit I showed you is what he pilots in Zeta. No, he literally joined the other faction. Oh, okay. Link that gold unit again. Awesome. 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 Okay. I like this. I like the sound of this. This is good. This is good. See, I'm learning. I like learning. Learning's good. The last picture is the version he was in from the show. Awesome. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, okay. So this guy, which looks cool, And this is a Hayaku Shikikai. Okay. And that I love this pose. I love it when they do this pose. This pose is really cool. Why, may you ask? Look at the torso twist. Just torso twist. That is a really cool pose. Posable figures you can twist the other way anytime you want. Games Workshop, get on it. That is really cool. I like that. So that's, hang on, this bit here, is that the name of the suit? So this isn't a new. That's because I've never seen that name of a suit before. It's really nice. I love that pointy foot. Okay, cool. Okay. Very gold, though. It's very gold. It's very difficult to see panel separation and readability when everything's so gold. Right, so this is right. Okay, so the Zabi family were suspected of, but not confirmed to, have assassinated his father, Char's father, right? Who was the leader of the Principality of Zeon. After taking control of Zeon, they try and hunt down and kill Char and his sister. Both take on new identities and go into hiding, with Char rising in the ranks as a soldier in Zeon, while his sister joins the Earth Federation, who are most... Wait, so they both go to different sides? Who are most often the good guys, since Zabi controlled Zeon, are modelled off Nazi Germany. The Red Comet, because of his units being red and designed to be faster, because he's an orc, beyond what most human pilots are considered to be able to handle. Oh. So Zaku. So what other suits are on that side, on the Principality of Zeon side? And he clashes with Amuro, who is the main character in the Gundam multiple times. Does Amuro fall for Char's sister in the end? Mostly just Zaku's. Okay. That's it. That sounds a bit unfair. It's Zaku and Sazabi versus everything else. Only 8 episodes in for the first season. It's Gundam and sometimes one fighter plane and one tank suit versus however many Zaku's Char can get hold of. Oh. Throughout the original Gundam. This is fascinating, guys. I'm going to have to watch it. Char uses his position and the chaos of war to kill off members of the Zabi family. But Gundam is much stronger than Zaku's. Just so a new toy could be released. Wait, what? So some units aired were slight modifications on others we had already seen. There were. Hang on. There were. Wait, hang on. Gundam is much stronger than Zaku's. Okay, so a Gundam suit. A Gundam suit is the Earth Federation suit, and a Zaku is the Zeon suits. So the Gundam suits. That's where you get like the RK-28-2 things, like all those, and then the new and the unicorn and all that lot. So they're all Gundam suits, and then the Zaku's. Right. We see more diversity on Earth Federation units in spin-off shows. Okay. This is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. I am understanding. I am expanding my understanding. It's great. Yeah, and way later in Gundam Wing, you had like 7 kids, each with a unique suit. Gundam Wing? We mostly see Gundam Gun Tank. Gun Tank? And Gun Cannon from our... What's Gun Tank? As in Gundam with like in Armored Core, how you have a... Do you have a Gundam with like tracks rather than legs? From our main group as they fight various different Zeon forces in the original show. Gun Tank. Oh no. Sorry, I didn't laugh at that. That's an MG. How big is that? It's quite big. And then the gun cannon. Okay. The gun cannon's quite cool. I still like the one with quad Gatling cannons. What did you say it was? The heavy custom. Heavy arms custom. Because his arms are heavy with those huge guns. Yeah, that one looked really cool. I like that one. Like there was too much going on his back. He had loads of stuff on his back, which was like, I'd probably have to like remove that. But like the wrist-mounted or the arm-mounted Gatling cannons looked cool.
It's because this is, as Fred Vesti said just before, this is the important session. FP3 tomorrow will be really hot again, but this is as good as it's going to be in terms of the cool temperature.
Sorry, Formula One just refreshed itself.
Qualifying. So we say welcome back to Charles Leclerc and a few of the others that sat out this
From the Endless Waltz movie.
So 6 drivers getting their first taste, and they're going to be into a busy session.
Oh, what's that? New type HG AC heavy arms. Oh, is this an accessory kit which is just the arms? Copy link address. Heavy arms. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I could see him being kind of bulked out as he built him and customized him. This unit was all about shooting bullets and missiles. Yeah, no shit. Did they do an HD version? Not an HG. RG version of that. Until I can modify really well, I'm going to stick with RG and PG. So long story short, Chris mostly likes the units from Gundam Wing, but would enjoy the story of Gundam a lot more, particularly Chars. So what's the Gundam Wing stuff? The Gundam Wing stuff is all the kids who get suits, different suits. Wing is like a reboot from the 90s, okay. And that's where, is that where Unicorn and things like that come from. I can't think of any other suits that I think might fit in that. That was meant to appeal more to getting female audiences. So female pilots and things. I've only started Gundam, but it's really impressive. A fully serialized war story. Not female pilots, but pretty boy pilots. But no, cute boy pilots. Okay. Who's that? Hello, Twitch lady.
Adorable potato pics have just been posted, Christopher.
Purples, you have missed out. You have missed out, Purples. I've been learning all about Gundam stuff. Been learning all about Gundam stuff, Purples. And there's been lots of it to learn. And also, it seems that I have... Oh. Also, it seems that I have lucked into... Look at that. I've lucked into wanting to paint or get the two... Oh, look at that. The two main, like, good guy versus bad guy. So, Suzabi versus Nu is the ultimate good guy versus bad guy. Oh, look at that. The potatoes are so cute. The heart cushion reads, I love you. One of the PG kits available, which belongs to the main character of Gundam Wing, is the version he uses in the sequel movie. Right, let's have a look at this one. Yeah, you see, that's... Well, that's cool. Pew pew pew. That's insanity. That's absolute insanity. Imagine building the model like that, but scribing almost feathers on every single panel. Like, so every single panel is scribed within an inch of its life, so it's lots of tiny panels all woven together, and then painting it, and then having him just like resting on a wall or something.
Go ahead. We're watching you, Christopher.
Go ahead what? Go ahead what? Okay, so this is Gundam Wing. Oh, scribing feathers. Okay, I could do that. I could scribe feathers onto that. It'd be fine. I mean, they'd be mechanical feathers, right? So there'd be just lots. It'd be lots of rectangles. or oh, it's not a rectangle, is it? It's a I was going to say an oblique spheroid, but that's the Earth. Yeah, just what's it called when you get a rectangle and you pivot it like that? It'd just be lots of those all over it. I think it'd look quite cool. Lozenge. Did they do a real grade version of that with the wings that wrap around? Purples, what do you think of blue armor vampire? Should I go blue armor on all my vampires? Doubt the RG one will be as detailed.
Blue works well indeed. Thanks for stealing my paint scheme again, Christopher.
No, 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 no. 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 I'm gonna get this colour scheme on Warhammer Community, and then it'll be my colour scheme. And then I'll win any arguments, because my colour scheme, my blue colour scheme will have been published. Just kidding, mine are purple. Oh, okay. Have you ever used masking solution? I have, yes. Do you have questions about it? I like the... So I've used 2. That's the Windsor and Newton one.
Relatedly, I highly recommend finding and reading the 2-volume manga Gundam Sosei. It is a stylized telling of the story of how Gundam was created.
Ooh, okay. So this is, I've used this one, which is a Windsor and Newton one, which is okay. That is my favourite. The Vallejo Liquid Mask. The Vallejo Liquid Mask is my favourite one. So I will put a link up. Give me a second. So that's you can get like smaller versions of it, because unless you know you're going to use a lot of it, then it's quite useful just to get like a little small pot of it, because otherwise it does tend to go off a little bit. I think this one's not too bad, but yeah, try to get. I do use that one quite a lot. So yeah, the Windsor and Newton one is a bit more focused around canvas artists, whereas the Vallejo one is a bit more suited to models, because the density of it is a little bit less. And then when you're removing it, just remove it with a cocktail stick. So get a cocktail stick and you can peel it off, and then also a bit of tacky substance. A bit of putty is really good for kind of sticking to it and then peeling it away. Knights Army, nice, nice. Tape will be inconvenient. Yeah, masking fluid is quicker. Tape is kind of unnecessary when you have masking fluid, because tape is like, you'll get a harder line with tape a lot of the time. But tape, because of the nature of like what you're masking, tape is usually not worth the effort over masking fluid, because you're going to put shading and rust and like washers and everything in that join, so it's not really as important. Yeah, you can do that as well. You can do that as well. So what Purple Spark says, because mask only sticks to mask. So when you're peeling the mask away, obviously it doesn't stick to the model which you're doing, but it does stick to itself. So that's also quite a cool little tip. Right, last few minutes, guys. But I think this was a reasonably successful. What do you think? I think this has been reasonably successful, trying to do this. Do you apply with the mask with a brush? Yes, apply it with a brush. Do not apply it with your best brush. Go onto Amazon and get like a pack of what are mine? Oh, come here. Anyway, I've got a pack of these. Again, I can put a link in chat if you want one. If not, just go find it. But yeah, this is just plastic cheap ass synthetic brushes, which I mainly use to get paint out of the pot and put on my wet palette. But yeah, use this on a liquid mask. They're like £1 for 50. And then apply the liquid mask and then throw it away, because you can't get the mask off the brush. The Vallejo stuff, you can get close to getting it off the brush, but it ruins the brush. Oh, Purple's Shirato wasn't as impressed as I was about Optimus Prime. He was like, "Oh, the one from the Bumblebee movie, meh." Yeah, the drawing gum is the same as yours. Drawing gum? What, in terms of removing it? No, this is the putty that I'm not allowed to say the name of. I don't have drawing gum. Drawing gum is the gum that you use to erase pencil marks, right? Like Indian rubber kind of thing. I do have an Indian rubber somewhere. From when I tried to draw. Right. Can we have a Twitch vote upon whether I should do my Age of Sigmar Vampires red armoured or blue armoured? What do we think? Twitch chat vote. Go. Red armour or blue armour? Blue from the purples. That's because she knows there's a bit of purple in the shadow. So 1 vote. Is everybody else AFK? I think you are possibly right. I think you are probably right. I think I should probably go probably go blue. Next door neighbours enjoying his car. Red! Red shirt says red. Okay, so we've got a 50-50 vote now. Does anybody want to have the deciding vote? Hey, Twitch lady. Twitch lady, you have the deciding vote.
Tell your neighbour to go rev his engine somewhere else, or I'll go kick his teeth.
I'll go to kick his teeth. He's ruining the stream, isn't he? It doesn't have teeth. Oi, less of that. Less of that. Tobes, we've been learning all about Gundam today. Hey, Twitch lady.
As I'm the tie vote, I will select Jade.
Jade? Can't paint them jade. Can't paint them jade. Cheeky shit. Right, last few minutes, everybody. I'm quite enjoying this. I think this looks pretty good. In terms of some quick rapid prototyping, concepting. I don't know what colour to paint her. Don't know what colour to paint her. T-shirt. What colour should we paint her t-shirt? Hey Mannerings, how we doing? Are you back safe now? Is teeny tiny happy because she's got her Mannerings back? I think you just have to lean into that top and not paint it as a top, just paint it as skin. Both in London? Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, I forgot about that. When you said you were travelling, I thought you were on the way back home or something and Teeny Tiny was waiting for you, but no, of course not. Of course not! My stupid memory has failed me a second time. You need to lean more into the fiery red for her hair. Yeah, I haven't got to her hair yet. I've just been getting little bits here and there. Are you ready for an awesome salute? It's hot here and many peoples. Nice. Whiskey.
The pub.
Hey, Whiskey, how you doing?
Miss me with that whipping accuracy shit. I shooting everything. I laying down cover fire. I shooting the walls. I shooting me teammates. I shooting myself. Me accuracy is 100%. You just don't know what I was aiming at.
Are they going to become vampirates? Probably not. They're going to be vampire lords. I just want an army of vampires. I think an army of vampires would be amazing. We're calling off a bit and summoning up energy for an excursion. Where are you going? I am jealous. I couldn't quite kind of justify affording coming down. But yeah, it is going to be cool. So please send me pics and stuff. Yeah, so basically this is because the vampire lord on the horse, I really like that model, so I might try and like paint it up really nicely whenever it comes out. So I was wondering whether to do blue armor rather than red armor that everybody else paints. So I don't know, what do you think? Has it worked? Has it worked, Teeny Tiny and Whiskey and Mannerings? Is the blue better than the red? Filling in the other details, making the blue look better.
Send pics to us, not to Christopher.
I mean, maybe. Maybe. Filling in the rest is making it look better. That is true. It always helps. Probably had to Tottenham Court, Forbidden Planet, Mega. Wow. Do you want to see Mannerings and Teeny Tiny what I found, what I stumbled upon last night on my search for Gundam knowledge? It makes it look like she's on the beach. Yeah, I like that. I like that on the holder with the blue and the sand. I thought about doing that as a proper plinth one time, like representative as like an Ideneth. Put the Ideneth on this side and have the visual representation of being on the beach. So I've been learning about Gundam today, Mannerings. Target and Shirato have been educating me lots, which is cool. However, last night I was just searching videos and watching videos and flicking through website sale things, and I stumbled on a little gem from my childhood. A little gem from my childhood, which I never got. I was 9 years old. And I wanted one of these, and at Christmas they'd sold out everywhere, and I have just stumbled upon Stumbled upon this last night. It's a proper big Optimus Prime kit, which looks amazing, and it's hella detailed, and it looks awesome. So I might have found my birthday present. Right, let's go have a look at hotel view. Before we have a hotel view, have your daily allowance of puscats. They really went overboard on details in those movies. Where is I am definitely not clicking on that one. If anybody in stream wants to go and have a look at whatever that post is, then feel free. But it's not safe for work for a reason, so I'm not going on stream. Oh wow! Sweet! That's a cool view. I'm trying to recognise the station, but I don't think I can. Is that a Trench Crusade church? That's a Trench Crusade church. And tennis courts! Yes! And lots of allotments. Barry the allotment man. That's awesome. Thank you, Teeny Tiny. It's really cool. Look at all this. I do like London. Basically, XL is next door. No way! Oh, that's really cool, dude. So you can just go straight down on the train and get straight out into the XL, pretty much. How many stops? How many stops? Yeah, she's pretty good. She's looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, she's got naked legs, so what? So shoot me. Then Elizabeth to Custom House XL stop. Nice. Had to get a tube from King's. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. Right. Right, everybody, thank you very, very much. Mannerings, Teeny Tiny, have an amazing time at Salute. Please send everybody pictures. Catch up with Hendy. Be awesome if you could catch up with Hendy and Tobes. Have a little bit of a fro meetup down there. Prince Regent is the DLR stop you can see. Oh, Spike.
I'm at work and can't really watch.
Spiky
Frown.
boy. Spiky boy. Spiky boy. Thank you very much for the resub, dude. I hope you approve of the blue. I know it's not green, but I hope you approve of the blue. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to go and make some food. It is fish and chips tonight. So, having said it's fish and chips, I'm going to have battered sausages. But that's beside the point. That's fine. I'm going to go watch some Formula 1. I'm going to make some food. Yeah, she's looking all right. That's not too bad. I think that's an okay colour scheme. So yeah, thanks very much, everybody. Take care, and we'll find somebody to pass you over to. Has funsies indeed. Everybody, make sure you has funsies.
Wait, what? It's still super early. Why you stop streaming, Christopher? Blasphemy. Heresy. Moo.
Moo. I'm sorry. Sorry, Purples. Yeah, we'll try and meet up. Awesome. Yeah, just post in Discord. I'm sure you can kind of arrange something. Right. So my friend is doing a charity stream. So we're going to go and say hello to Dizzy. Also sign a petition. He's going to go start watching Gundam. Yeah, I might start watching Gundam. I need a... oh my god, the hype train is incoming. We've got a hype train incoming. Why have we got a hype train incoming? Oh, because Spiky did that. Can we hit a hype train before we finish? If we can hit a hype train before we finish, I might finish painting for a bit. Yeah, post up and get some... Let's get the raid ready again. Post up and get some stuff going. Anonymous gifter, thank you. That's incredibly kind. Thank you very, very much indeed. Penguin, not quite penguin. Penguin, welcome to the crypt. I am losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. How dare you, Anonymous? I know. How dare Anonymous? Get some honey tea. I will go and make. I'll go and get some tea and throw a massive spoon of honey in it. Yeah, my voice is going. Oh. Definitely need to go and have a drink. I'm just having a last little bit of water. Level 1 hype train. Is Alice a good egg? Yes, she is. How dare you, Anonymous? Is that a sneaky way? Is that a sneaky way? Oh, yeah. The petition is not to keep me streaming. The petition is an evil one, Avian, of Tobes' making. Tobes has been creating an evil petition. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Oh, I got another one! Carly Com, welcome to the crypt. Another anonymous gifter. Who's anonymously in here? Thank you very much, Anonymous. Thank you very much, Anonymous. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. So are we all agreed on blue? Do we think blue's going to work okay? Do we think blue's going to work okay? I think it probably will.
LOL Anonymous will keep doing this and prevent Christopher from stopping the stream.
Yeah. I will keep streaming as long as that hype train keeps going. There we go. There's your deal. Oh dear, I shouldn't have said that, should I? I shouldn't have said that. I'm already losing my voice. You were getting coffee. What's the colour for? What's the colour for? What colour for? Everybody was getting ready to go, and now they can't because we have a hype train going. Hype train. In terms of, I was painting Harumph. I was painting all my vampires red. And I just thought, oh, I'll try blue. I'll try blue just to see if we can kind of shift what they look like. So I painted a blue vampire just to see. So it's a blue-red, like you say, it's a blue-red dilemma. It's a blue-red dilemma. I think I'm probably going to go back to red, to be honest. Mainly so I can avoid people saying that I stole purple's colour scheme. Because public opinion is very important to me. Maybe paint her loincloth another colour. Yeah, I was thinking that. I like the blue. It's cold and feels very night. Yeah. I quite like the red. Quite like how you can... excuse me. Soften the red black. The blue material on the loincloth needs to be a different shade of blue, doesn't it? It needs to be a different shade of blue. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Trying to keep that hype train going. Thank you, Anonymous. Batfink. Oh, what a name. Batfink, welcome to the crypt. Welcome to the crypt. We should do a subathon, shouldn't we? We should do a subathon one day where I keep streaming as long as you guys gift. See how long you can kill my voice for. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, thank you very, very much. Let's see what did I get? Oh my god, it's a spill the tea! Oh, I like that. That's cool. So spill the tea. Spill the tea. We're going to go and spill the tea. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Thank you very much, everybody. To be honest, the red armor looks good, but it's so common, whereas blue is very uncommon. That's why I prefer it. That's why I wanted to do the blue. It's just that red looks so vampire-y. And if you paint it well, then it still looks good, right? You should try jade. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think the blue's too bad. Right. Anyway, right. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care. Please be incredibly kind to Dizzy. She's doing a charity stream. Everybody knows Dizzy. If you don't know Dizzy, then make sure you follow her. Yeah, Dizzy lives down the road. She's awesome. Yeah, take care.